Okay, now we'll do pulley. Now pulley is a metallic or an wooden disc, you can say, with grooves, and along with that grooves the ropes are fitted. Okay, so that is a pulley. Now there are types of pulley: a single fixed pulley or a single movable pulley. So first we'll see about single fixed pulley. Now fixed pulley, a single fixed pulley means in which the axis of rotation of the pulley is fixed. Now suppose this is the a block, wooden block, and between this block a pulley is fitted. A pulley is fitted. So this is the fixed pulley, and this pulley will rotate on this axis and the axis will remain fixed here because this is the rigid support, and around the pulley there are grooves where ropes are fitted like this, and here we keep a load, we tie a load, and from here we pull it by giving an effort and the load goes up. So this is a single fixed pulley. Now let us calculate the mechanical advantage and the velocity ratio of this pulley, and that means in an ideal condition. Naturally we always calculate the mechanical advantage and velocity ratio, derive the mechanical advantage and velocity ratio in ideal condition. That means we are neglecting friction, we are neglecting friction, we are neglecting the weight of the rope. So all these are we are neglecting, but practically there are friction, there are weight of the rope, and therefore we the mechanical advantage decreases. But we are calculating the mechanical advantage and the velocity ratio in ideal condition. Okay, now suppose this is a load which is tied from here, and here somebody is holding it. Okay, not pulling it but holding it. That means now the pulley is not rotating at present. Now naturally you know that whatever is the weight of the load, an equal and opposite tension will be produced in the rope because it is in a stretch condition. You have seen in that there will be a reaction force to every string which is in a stretch condition, and that is known as the tension force, and that tension will be equal to the weight of the rope, weight of the body, or how much I am pulling down. With that same force a tension will be produced, right? That means, for example, try to understand, if load, suppose load is equal to 10 Newton, right? Then the tension will also be 10 Newton here. The tension will also be 10 Newton. Now, due to this effort, now how much effort you have to apply to lift this load? The effort what you have to apply? Same 10 Newton you have to apply the effort in the downward direction, then only the load will go up. And naturally when you pull the effort downward, naturally here also another tension will be produced, and that will be equal to 10 Newton. So this is just an example I am showing you. It can be any value, just two examples. So that means if load is 10 Newton, then the tension will be 10 Newton, and how much will be load, that much will be effort, and that much, if effort is 10 Newton, then here also a tension will be produced as 10 Newton. So that is what I mean to say. But here we will not take any value. Now again see. So as I told you, due to this load a tension T will be produced, and naturally as much load we have, that much effort we have to apply, and there here also a tension, the same tension T will be produced. So finally what we can say, that load is equal to tension, L equals to T, and effort is also equals to T, and therefore I can say mechanical advantage is equal to load by effort, and that is T by T, and that is 1. So mechanical advantage of single fixed pulley is 1. Okay. Now let the displacement of the effort is equal to D. Now suppose the effort moves by D. Okay. D in time T second, and this therefore distance moved by the load will also be equals to D, because if this effort moves by D meter, the load also moves up by D meter, and the time taken will be same, T, time T, that is also in time T. And therefore I can say that velocity ratio, if you remember, displacement of the effort by displacement of the load, and that will be equal to D by D, and what we are getting velocity ratio as 1. Okay. And therefore we can also say now that efficiency is equal to what? Mechanical advantage by velocity ratio in percentage, if you want to convert into 100%. So I get what? 1 by 1 into 100%, and that is efficiency is 100%. But this is what? In ideal condition. So in ideal condition, right? So this is, therefore we can say mechanical advantage of a single fixed pulley is 1, velocity ratio is 1, and efficiency is 100%, but in ideal condition. Okay. Now from here we can understand there is some advantage and disadvantage. Now what is the disadvantage, you can say? Disadvantage of single fixed pulley, the disadvantage is that its mechanical advantage is 1. So that means it is neither a force multiplier nor a speed multiplier. So that means we can neither gain in force or nor there will be a gain in speed. But what is the advantage, you can understand? Advantage is we are using the effort in a convenient direction. Understand? So we are applying our effort in a convenient direction. So understand? So finally again, if you see, we have a load here and we have effort here. So due to this load, a tension will be produced here in the opposite direction, and due to this effort we have to use the same effort as that of the load, and therefore the tension will also be same. So that is T. So effort is T. So we can say due to load there is T, effort is also T, mechanical advantage is T by T, 1, and then we got velocity ratio is 1, mechanical advantage 100%. What is the disadvantage? Disadvantage is mechanical advantage is 1. That means it's neither a force multiplier nor a speed multiplier. And what is its advantage? Its advantage is that we can use our effort in a convenient direction, and that is the downward direction. Understand? Okay, now next is a single movable pulley. A movable pulley means its axis is movable. So that means this is the string, this is the pulley. We fit the load, fix the load here, and this is our effort. We pull the rope upward, and as we pull the rope upward, the pulley also rotating and it goes upward. The pulley moves, and therefore it is called a movable pulley. And as the pulley moves, the load also moves upward. So this is a single movable pulley. Okay. Now in this case also we will calculate that mechanical advantage and velocity ratio in ideal condition. Now try to understand. Now somebody is holding it. Okay. Now when we are holding, but we are not pulling it now, we are just holding the rope. So you can understand, due to this load, whatever the weight the load have, again understand from the value. Suppose the load is 100 Newton, then what will happen? This total load, this total weight of this load will be divided into these two rope. That means 50 Newton and 50 Newton on this. So that means when the load is giving a force in the downward direction on this rope with 50 Newton, and on this rope also 50 Newton, and if there is a downward pulling force of 50 Newton, then there will be an upward pulling force, that will, the tension will also be 50 Newton, and in this case also here the tension will also be equal to 50 Newton. Understand? So simply you can understand that if the load is 100 Newton, then the load is actually getting divided into two parts, say 50 and 50, and this 50 Newton is actually holded by this fixed rigid support, this, and that means the person who is actually lifting, he is actually lifting only 50 Newton, not 100 Newton, because out of this 100 Newton, this 50 Newton is supported by this rope, and this is fixed here. So only the person who is pulling upward is actually pulling 50 Newton. Okay. Now we will see without value. So that means I can say that due to this load, since the load is pulling both this rope downward, so one tension will be produced here and that equal tension will be produced here, right? And this is our effort, and effort we are pulling up. Now due to this effort there will be a tension in the downward direction T. So that means I can say effort equals to T. So finally we can say load is equal to T plus T, that is 2T, and effort is, we are applying effort only equal to T. So finally we can say that mechanical advantage is equal to load by effort, and we are getting mechanical advantage is equal to 2. So mechanical advantage 2 means, you can understand, mechanical advantage greater than 1 means it will be a force multiplier. And just now I have told you that if the total weight of the load is 100 Newton, so this 50 New, it gets divided into 50 and 50. So that means the person who is actually lifting will need an effort of only 50 Newton to lift a load of 100 Newton. So that means it is acting as a force multiplier. Understand? Okay. Now let the displacement of the effort equals to D. Now suppose as we are pulling this upward, pulling this effort upward, now if this effort moves by D meter, so if the displacement of the effort is D, then this load will actually move by D by 2, half of this. You know why? Because this load is actually divided into two arms. So if if the effort goes up by 10 meter, then the load goes up by 5 meter only, because this 10 meter means it's going this way, so it's divided into 2. So that means what? If the effort is moving by D meter, then this load will actually move by half of that is D by 2. So therefore I can say displacement of load will be D by 2. Okay. Now we can say velocity ratio is what? Displacement of effort by displacement of load. So finally we get 2D by D. What we got? Velocity ratio is also 2. And finally naturally efficiency will be what? 100%. Mechanical advantage by velocity ratio into 100%. So we have 2 by 2 into 100%. So we have efficiency as 100%. Understand? So from here we can say what is the disadvantage and advantage of this single movable pulley. First of all, advantage you can understand. Advantage is why mechanical advantage greater than 1, so it is acting as a force multiplier. And you can also understand the disadvantage of it. Disadvantage is effort is applied in inconvenient direction, right? Effort is applied in an inconvenient direction, that is we are pulling upward, so that is the disadvantage of a single movable pulley. And advantage is naturally it is acting as a force multiplier. Okay. Okay, now in both the single fixed pulley and a single movable pulley, we found there is an advantage and there is a disadvantage. In a single movable pulley, you know, the disadvantage is we are applying our effort in a inconvenient direction, but the advantage is what? That it act as a force multiplier because its mechanical advantage is greater than 1. Now in a single movable pulley, if I fix a fixed pulley, then that inconvenient is eliminated. You can understand? So instead of directly, you know, applying our effort in this way, if I just use a fixed pulley here, okay, if I use a fixed pulley and then if I turn the rope in this way, then my problem will be eliminated. So this is the load here. So this is the load and here we will apply the effort. So in this case, naturally the mechanical advantage will remain as 2. So there will be no change in mechanical advantage, because try to understand, if this is load, the total weight of the load will be divided into this 2. So here one tension will be produced here and one tension will be produced. So we have L equals to 2T. And this effort will only lift this tension, this weight, half of this. So naturally due to this effort there will be only 1T. So effort will lift only the half part of this weight. So therefore we can say effort is T. So we can understand mechanical advantage is 2T by T. So we are getting mechanical advantage 2. Similarly, if displacement of the effort is d, here if the effort moves by d meter, then the load also moves by d by 2. So displacement of the load will be d by 2 because it is round here and it is going direct d. So it is going half of that. So that means if this goes by 10 meter, the load moves by 5 meters. So if this goes by d meter, the load moves by d by 2. So displacement of the effort is d, then displacement of the load will be, say, d by 2. And here also again we can say that velocity ratio is equal to displacement of effort by displacement of load. So we are getting this, we are getting the velocity ratio as 2. We are getting the velocity ratio as 2. Understand? And similarly efficiency will be 100%. So there is no change in mechanical advantage or velocity ratio, only that instead of applying the effort in a upward direction, we are using a single fixed pulley and thus changing the direction in a convenient direction. So this is a single movable pulley with a fixed pulley. Okay. Okay, now we'll do block and tackle system. Now block and tackle system is a combination of many pulleys, and the pulleys are in fact fitted in these wooden blocks. Now the upper block is the fixed block. Okay, so this is fixed. So this block is fixed. And the lower block is the movable block. Okay, this is an incomplete. I have to fit strings on it, rope. So after fitting the rope, you can understand. So first you have to understand there are two blocks in a block and tackle system. The upper block is the fixed block, and the lower block is the movable block. Okay. Here also you can see the upper is the fixed block and the lower is the movable. And another thing you have to remember, the upper block may have one pulley more or equal number of pulleys compared to the lower block. Understand? One pulley more. The upper block can have one pulley more, or it can have equal number of pulleys compared to lower block. So that you have to understand. So that means you can understand, if there are 5 pulleys, then it will be 3:2. If there are 4 pulleys, then it will be 2:2. If there are 7 pulleys, then here it will be 4. The lower will be 3, like this. So if there are 8 pulleys, here will be 4, here will be 4. So the upper block will have one pulley more or may have equal number of pulleys compared to the lower block. Okay, and now we'll fit the strings. Now generally we'll fit the string. Now first of all, this is I am doing in a free hand, you know. I don't have so much time of drawing in a compass, but during examination, you know, you should draw this diagram properly. Either you use a small coins or use compasses and use the ruler to draw the strings. Okay, the string should be straight. Okay, not like this. Okay, it should be straight. Okay, so now see how to fit the strings. We'll start from the bottom, and from the bottom we'll go to the topmost pulley. Okay, again I am doing free, you should do in a straight topmost pulley, and then from the topmost pulley you should come to the lowest pulley. Okay, the bottom part, the bottomest pulley. So from the top to bottom, then again the top means next pulley of the top, and then bottom means the next pulley at the bottom, then again at the top which is left, and then again at the bottom. But now you can see bottom, no pulley is left, so there will be a hook here, and you will fit this pulley with this hook. Okay, understand? Same here also. Again we'll start from the bottom straight, and from the topmost pulley, then we'll come to the bottom part, and then from the bottom to the top means which one is left, then again the bottom which one is left, and now here no pulley is left, so here the hook will be in the upward part, upper block, and then it will tie here. Okay, so this is how we fit the strings, means the rope. Now see, now this is the load and this is the effort. Now you can understand the whole load is actually divided into these 5 ropes. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That means the total weight of the load is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, and this one you will hold it, we are holding it. So finally that means I can say due to this load, one tension will be produced here and here, another tension will be produced here and on this rope, and one tension will be produced in this rope. And due to this effort, only one tension is needed, because all the tension are supported by these pulleys. So this load is divided into these 5 parts. Okay, and while we are pulling, we are just applying one part. So finally here we can say that load is equal to 5T, effort equals to T. So you can understand mechanical advantage will be effort, load by effort. So mechanical advantage is 5. Similarly, for velocity ratio, if you take displacement of effort as D, so if this effort moves by D, then this load will go up. This load will go up by D by 5, because that load, the rope is divided into 5 parts. So if this move by D meter, this will move only by D by 5. So understand? If this move by 10 meter, this will move by 2 meter. Okay, so displacement of the effort if we take as D, then displacement of the load will be D by 5. Then velocity ratio will be what? DE by DL. So DE means D and this is D by 5. So velocity ratio also we are getting as 5, and therefore efficiency will be mechanical advantage by velocity ratio into 100%. So efficiency is 100%, but in ideal condition. So that is in ideal condition. Okay, understand? Now same thing here you can understand. So here you have load and this is effort. Now the load is divided into this 4 ropes, so it will be divided into this 4 tension here, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and for effort only 1 tension. So mechanical advantage will be 4t by t, that is 4. Velocity ratio, again displacement of the effort, if you take d, displacement of the load will be d by 4, and therefore I can say velocity ratio is equal to de by dl. So d by 4, so I get 4d by d. So velocity ratio 4, and again efficiency is 100%. Okay, understand? Okay, now we'll see a system of several movable pulleys with a fixed pulley. Now suppose this is a movable pulley, and this here you have another movable pulley, and this rope is fitted with this movable pulley, and so here you have the position of the load, and this rope is fitted with another movable pulley. So this is this, and say suppose you have another movable pulley here, like this, and at last you have a fixed pulley. So it goes like this and like this. So understand? So you have say 3 movable pulleys and 1 fixed pulley. We can have 2, 1, we can have 5, 1, like this. Now we can calculate the mechanical advantage in this case. Now try to understand, whatever load you have. Now if they ask you in this system, calculate the mechanical advantage and the velocity ratio and the efficiency, okay, in ideal condition. So we start from here. This load, whatever is the weight of the load, will be first divided into this 2 rope. So let us equally, so let us take this as T and this as T. Now this weight, this tension, the weight of this, the half, it is divided into half. Say this, now this weight is actually divided into this 2 half. So that means you can understand, here will be T by 2 and here will be T by 2, because this tension is further divided in this 2 rope, T by 2. Now again this weight, the weight that is exerted, that is T by 2, again it is divided into this 2 parts. So here what you have, T by 2 by 2, so T by 4, and here you have T by 4. And now here you are applying effort. So you can understand, for this effort, how much effort you have to apply? You have to apply effort only equal to T by 4. So that means due to this effort, the tension is here T by 4. Understand? So we have started from here, load T and T. Then this is divided into further T by 2 and T by 2. This T by 2 is divided into further T by 4 and T by 4. And naturally, therefore, effort required is T by 4. So finally what we can say? We can say that load is equal to T plus T. Load is equal to 2T and effort equals to what? T by 4. So what we get? Mechanical advantage as load by effort. So I get 2T by T by 4. What I get? 8T by, okay, 8T by T. So finally we are getting mechanical advantage as 8. Okay. Now in a system of several movable pulley and a fixed pulley, you remember the velocity ratio is always equals to 2 to the power n, where n is the number of pulleys. N is the number of pulleys. In case of block and tackle system also, you can directly say, in case of block and, just now we have to that block and tackle system, in case of block and tackle system, the velocity ratio is also equals to number of pulleys. So if you remember in the previous example I have shown you in the block and tackle system, there are the 5 block and tackle system, so its velocity ratio is 5, and the next one I showed there are 4 pulleys, so the velocity ratio is 4. Okay. In this case also velocity ratio is 2 to the power n, where n is the number of, is the number of movable pulleys. Okay, so we should not take this pulley into account. This is the fixed pulley. So only the number of pulley is the velocity ratio. 2 to the power n, where n is the number of pulleys. So what we will get? 2 to the power 3. So here you have 3 movable pulleys. So your velocity ratio is 8. And then again efficiency is equal to mechanical advantage by velocity ratio into 100%. So we get 100%, and but in ideal condition. Okay, so pulley is finished, and finally our machine chapter is over. Okay.